I mean, this is William, everyone.
Yeah.
And he is. How much Carib are you? What percentage of Carib?
I'd
Because you look
say 87%.
87%
Yeah.
Carib. Okay. So your mom and your dad.
My mom and my dad were my mom on my mom's side she was half Carib
Okay.
from her mother's side. My grandfather was a full Carib, but my grandmother was from Marigot side, so she was mixed Carib.
Okay. So are you from Botica or not Botica?
I'm from Basaka.
Batica. Yeah. Okay. So what's it like living in the Carib Reserve growing up?
Well, as I said, I wasn't raised in the Carib Reserve, but I spent time up there for growing up and stuff.
Okay.
I think it's a very nice place, very free people. We have everything at our disposal. We have the land. We can hunt, we can check. Just a simple living
Yeah.
up there. Yeah.
And what about when it comes to like marriage? Because I used to hear before, if a man meets a African woman, I don't like saying the word black, yeah?
Yeah.
If a Carib man meets a melanated woman,
Yeah.
she can come in the village. But if a Carib woman meets a melanated man, she has to leave the village. Is that still the case?
What was it? I think it was if I think any one of them.
Really?
If the guy meets a black woman, she can stay. But for the guy to come in and stay, he cannot. I think it's not like how it was before, but I believe yes it was so. But it's not something after time certain things kind of die down.
Okay.
But there is still this thing where they don't really want much African people up there.
They don't.
No.
But they seem to be there.
Yeah, they seem to be there. As I said, it's not something that's really enforced. But when you're around and you're talking to certain people and you hear what they say and how they talk, you can tell that it's not something that is completely accepted.
So do you think
And I think it comes with reason too. I mean, they're trying to preserve their culture and not be dissolved into everything. You want to keep that
so?
culture. I believe that our people have been given the short end of the stick, pushed aside. I've actually been in the country. Like, me being raised almost in town, I feel that way. That's how I raise up. I don't know how other people see it, but I feel that way because being raised in town and then hearing how other people talk, about Caribs and Kalinagos and all those kind of things. Like you can feel there's some sort of not racism but animosity, some prejudice. Yeah, you feel that way.
And do you think that the government are not doing enough for the people in the reserve and the village?
There's a lot of things I could say about that. Yeah, I don't want the channel to probably get saying, but I believe that in all politics there are tricks and tactics how to break a horse. How they say? How to break a horse. If you starve a horse long enough, don't give it water, at a certain point it must break. That was basically the tactic that was used.
Right, okay.
To gain, because I remember as a little boy, listening to the votes and the politics and stuff like that. I remember there was a season that the elections were how would I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were saying?
I was saying like there was this point where the Carib people, the elections, who won the elections were based on who the Carib people chose, whether it be workers or labor.
Yeah.
And because at a certain point that was basically the Carib people didn't used to vote. We were not part of the voting. So that was basically like a niche, a new set of votes to add to the pool of votes, and you wanted to win over that. Once you won over that, you had it in the bag.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah. And then after a while, everything was dissolved. I wouldn't say just for the Carib people and the government that you know, like everything being done at a certain point. Like, you know, when elections come, they fix roads. When this come, they do that. It's for the whole country. The whole country. Only time you see certain things being done is when there's something, either diasporas coming down, there's this big party, elections coming down, you don't want people to come down and see, like, you know, roads, you want people to be like if you're living good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the other problem we have with the diasporas. I feel like we have the diasporas.
Yeah.
You're living overseas happy and nice and you don't know what's going on in the country, but then you come down to vote. You know?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense at all and it's very unfair.
You're not living in the conditions that we live in.
Yeah.
You think everything is nice because you see everything nice, but so why do you have to send them barrels upon barrels of stuff for people here? You know? Because we don't have. You know?
Yeah.
But you come down and then you make a decision, and then again, there isn't no other choice. Who else is going to do it? There's no other option. So one set of people that looking like they're competent enough to do it.
Well,
So you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
yeah, but the thing is, those that come down to vote, do you think that they come because they can get a free plane ticket? I think a lot of people.
I don't think this is about a free plane ticket, no? I think it's because they get paid somehow, somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing I do like when it comes back to the reserve, that housing stuff. I mean, again, I don't want to say too much. I will blow my face. But the housing stuff, whereas they give houses to the Carib people on their land, which is our land is free land there.
Yeah.
The chief can decide whatever land he gives to whoever, if it not yeah, if the land is like, it's not anybody's land, you know, the chief can give it to anybody. But then we getting deals to build houses.
Yeah.
Now the land is our own, the houses is not our own. You understand? Now the houses belong to government. That's what a lot of people don't take into consideration. People think like the houses just being passed here and there, and they don't know the details. You don't know the details of what deal they made with China to build a hospital. They don't know the details of whatever. You're not even asking those questions. Where's the transparency? What do you know? If I ask somebody today, any normal Dominican on the road, hey, you know, do you know what it is, what deals or what caused this or what do they have no idea.
Yeah.
They have no idea what, so you don't know what they're making deals with. They don't know what's going on. The deals with the houses are, the house is government owned. At any point in time, if your lineage, if your family tree were to die out, the house goes back to default the government, which breaks the main thing about generational wealth. We have no generational wealth, so you break in that already, because if I have a house, I can put my daughter as the next person in line to get it.
Yeah.
My next of kin. But if that person dies and whatnot, then we have nothing.
Yeah.
And then what is there to protect us from a new regime which comes in and decides, hey, you know what? With the government, that is our own, we're taking it.
Yeah.
So then we losing Carib land. So the more houses they give is like they're encroaching on us.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
And that's what people don't understand. And I really want people to hear that. Okay?
But that's the same in Bellevue as well, isn't it? Those houses that they built for the people from.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. I'm not too sure about that because,
Yeah.
as I tell you, I wasn't looking too much into information about the houses.
Yeah.
But,
So the roads, I noticed when I went to the Carib Reserves, the roads are so bad.
well, they're working on it now.
Yeah, but it's been a long time.
I wouldn't say a long time, but the reason why it's looking so bad is because there was a mishap with them, with the way they did it. Instead of just doing piece by piece, they went ahead and they broke the whole thing. They broke the whole thing first, and then they started doing, instead of taking it piece by piece. So the person that was doing the broken of the roads, well, that's what I heard. I'm not too sure. But
Allegedly.
yeah, legit. There was this guy. There's this one company doing the breaking of the roads, and then the other company doing the fixing, building the roads. Which I believe is smart because Yeah, the company used to make all the roads before, and all the roads breaking by next week. So you get a you. There's this road from, I believe they was telling me Canada built those roads from I think it was from Marigot to the airport. And those roads were there for years, right? All the roads mashing up. Those the roads were there for years upon years. Those Canadians made that road, and it was just there. That stayed for years. Those roads were flat, no holes, nothing. So obviously, if somebody doing it better, not give to them.
Yeah, because Cassie Bruce's road is very nice.
It's very nice.
Very nice road.
Very nice.
And you can get to Parrot Reserve through Cassie Bruce, which is longer. No, the Marigot route is quicker, right? Or no, the Marigot route is longer, but the roads are better. The
Marigot route is not longer. Cassie Bruce route longer, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, Cassie Bruce route is longer to get to Reserve. If you pass to go to Marigot, by the time you reach Pegua, you just bend up and then you Atkinson. They say Atkinson not part of Reserve, but I consider Antrizon part of Reserve, not Atkinson, Antrizon.
Yeah, because I drove past Atkinson the other day and I said Atkinson, I think Carrick people live there, but I'm not, Kallinago people live there, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, Antrizon. The first village of when you take Pegua is Antrizon. Yeah.
Okay.
So Antrizon, then Atkinson. I consider Antrizon and Cassie Bruce part of Reserve for me, because I feel like that was not the little bit of land they give us, you know. So I Concord, I think Concord is a part of Reserve. They were saying it was not before. They were trying to say it was not, but it is. My family, my mother's side is from Concord.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I have so much information on the houses, because they decided to take some houses.
Concord is a nice area.
Very flat, very nice.
Very nice area.
Very
wow. Nice. Well,
and I believe another point I have to give out over the Caribbean people about here, we're not being taught our history.
And that's so important, because the language isn't there anymore, is it?
No, it's not there. Like we're not being taught our history, like to even know like where we come from, why is certain things that way, why we even have a reserve. I telling you, probably if we go on the bus stop now and ask any one of them, they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Or any other Dominican, they wouldn't know. Why is there a reserve? What was it like before there was a reserve? Where were the Caribbean people staying? You know? All they know is like there was massacre and there was a massacre. You know?
But do you know the Kalinagos lived, you know where Lugieri's Port Michelle?
Rosa was Kalinago.
That's where, but there was a lot of them there in the 1800s. And then they moved them, pushed them all the way back.
Yeah, and then they say, and then there's this other kind of a stigma, I don't like to. They say, oh, the Caribbean sell Dominica for bar and rum. You know?
That's not true.
It's not true.
Because
we were fought.
Yeah.
We were fought down.
But then when the war was going on with the British and the French, because Thomson Fontaine's book gives a very, very good description of what happened. And he says in his book that the British or the French had to stay away for years because the Kalinago people was beating them.
Yeah.
They was not allowing them to come in. And in slavery time now, the Negro people came and joined with the Caribs to fight. So I think that's how they started to get connected.
Yeah.
They joined forces. You know, so I think Kalinago people should be given a lot more respect.
Yeah.
And a lot more.
There's a lot more leeway of certain things, because what I realized, okay, let's take an example from Australia, right? The indigenous people in Australia are allowed to hunt sea turtles. Sea turtles is something that is endangered throughout the world, which is basically banned to be hunted. The indigenous people have a right to, and you can go and look it up, they have a right to hunt a certain amount every year. They have a license, they have their whatever. I'm looking at this and I'm checking like, why don't we have such right to hunt and not be prosecuted, because we are hunter-gatherers by heart.
Yeah.
We should be able to hunt anything and use at any time in any river. Once we have our license and our thing saying, yes, we are Kalinago, you know?
Yeah.
We should even be able to hunt Cicero. Cicero, we were eating Cicero long before anybody else was
Is
here.
there any Cicero left?
Yes, they are.
There are?
Yeah, man. It's not as endangered as the quapo. Quapo, there's no more quapo. I would say. I don't know. Some people say they have quapo and whatever it's like, but no more quapo. I was lucky that I was born in time of quapo. I eat quapo already.
You like quapo?
Yeah, man.
Does it actually look like a frog or is it?
It's a big frog.
Oh my god.
It's huge. It's like about that size.
Because people always used to take this, say to me, you Dominicans eat frog, and we used to get offended in England because we said it's mountain chicken.
Oh, I was going to say, but they eating snail. That's French.
Yeah.
French are eating snail.
So mountain chicken is actually the quapo.
Yeah, mountain chicken is actually the quapo, the frog. It's very nice. It's very nice, and it's you wouldn't imagine the size. That thing is big.
Yeah. So what is your indigenous food? That root that they make the bread with. That's your indigenous food, isn't it?
Oh. Not just that alone. No, I'm not too sure about, but there's this other pot.
Cassava.
Yes, cassava. That's what everybody knows, but there's this other pot that we used to make. There's the cassava and what something else. And then we used to make this. Right now they're making it now. They're making a vodka, but we used to use cassava to make alcohol.
Okay.
We used to make alcohol. We used to make cacao. What do you call cacao? We call it cacao.
Yeah.
So they used to make cacao rum as well.
Okay.
You ferment the seeds and you make that. Yeah.
And they don't do that no more.
That it also that connects us again back to South America and the Mayans.
Yeah.
The Mayans also used to make cacao rum.
So are you indigenous to the Mayans?
I don't know, so I wouldn't tell you all that. But we come from the same, remember, it's South America that we come up.
Yeah.
So we should have some traits
Yeah.
and some stuff for these people.
Because they talk about Arawaks. They said that the Arawaks were killed by the Carib. Because I know people say Kalinago, but people say Carib before. Which term is best used? Kalinago?
I can give the whole, you see, in our slang and our culture. So we started picking up that Kalinago thing from, because before, well, for me, resident all I know is Carib. Carib is called. If somebody call you a quibe, that would sound racist.
Oh, really?
Like a quibe, you can call a quibe.
Oh, okay. I didn't
You
know
know?
that.
Yeah, there's a quibe sort. Quibe, you know?
Yeah.
So when people say they say do that animosity, so that would piss me off personally.
Yeah.
And then I get to know, like, you know, when quibe, like saying quibe is like saying like dirty type of thing, you check? And then like as always, and you wouldn't find much quibes calling each other quibe.
Yeah.
But then the Kalinago, so you say Kalinago and all that.
Yeah.
You know?
But I was, I've read through history that the Arawaks was here first and the Caribs killed them. They were actually on the land first.
That part I believe.
Yeah. And the Taínos. Now, are the Taínos Caribs?
Huh?
Taínos. They're not
Taínos?
Caribs, are they? Taínos was, they kind of merged together to become one. Is that true?
I'm not sure, man.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
read
about
as
that.
well.
I'm not sure about that part.
Yeah, I've read that. Because the Taínos was all over the Caribbean.
Taínos.
Yeah, but then the Caribs, Dominica is the only island that has the most indigenous like culture of Caribs. Like they've got the chief, which I met the other day, Lorenzo.
Yeah.
I met Lorenzo the other day, and they apparently I thought they had the language because they used to come to England and dance. They used to come and do the dancing.
You see, as again, I tell you, like, see how easy it is to take somebody's perception. That is what it is. People outside they don't know, so when you see certain things, you know, you have a different perception. It's basically being fooled to think into certain things. So, but the dances and whatnot, we still have it. Probably don't have the traditional royal. I mean, more modern, more materials and stuff like that. Before all the clothing used to be used, the feathers and all that. Where do you think we got it? The jackal and the sister. That's where we got it from. We got all the feathers. So that should be part of our heritage. We should be able to do certain things, as I was saying. You know? So that is what we would have been using back in the days, you know. Keep the sister, make all that and stuff and all that.
So you take the feathers off the parrot?
Yeah, and make our stuff. How else would they have done it? Huh?
Yeah. full colours. So those birds had to be big.
Mhm.
Those Cicero parrots had to be big because you used to have them in your hair.
Yeah, man, they have a lot of feathers.
Yeah.
No bird's not big, it's feathers there.
man.
Feathers.
So what would you say, like, because there's a lot of the elderly people, some of them most probably know some of the language.
Right now, no.
No, none.
I mean, there's my uncle that does this thing on radio. He knows the language for sure. Yeah, he knows it. He speaks it fluent.
Really?
Yeah, my uncle. Yeah.
Wow. Because I was told that it's mixed with French. I know Creole's mixed with French, but
That I wouldn't.
yeah. Somebody
I
said,
don't believe the Carib language is mixed with any French.
yeah, because
It sounds way completely different from any French or patois.
of course it does. Yeah.
There's for me, I don't know what they say about the issue, but it doesn't sound anything like French.
Would you like to learn it? Would you like to learn the
Of
language?
course.
Yeah.
Of course. Somebody talking about somebody in front of them and you don't know.
So when you decide to, like, as you get older and stuff, and you want to get married, do you marry somebody from a Carib, Kalinago woman?
I don't think I have that type of prejudice when it comes to marrying anybody because remember I wasn't raised or instilled into me that type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I like who I like. If somebody comes along and they have a good character and a good spirit,
Yeah.
that's what I'm marrying.
Yeah. So what else?
When it comes to Carib people, you know, I feel very proud to be a Carib. I'm a proud Carib, me, personally.
Yeah.
I'm very proud to be a Carib. I try and uphold my, you know,
Yeah.
let them know like, yeah, the Kalinago, sometimes I say the Kalinago, the place is mine, so why are you telling me?
Yeah. But do they have stigmas between, you know, like if you're pure Carib and then if you're mixed, do they have that kind of
Yeah, we have Bata Kwai. There's some people Bata Kwai.
batter?
Bata, so half.
Okay.
It's not to say like a thing like everybody thinks. Yeah. The Bata Kwai and the real Kwai are the Bata,
Yeah.
you know?
But then your features is very.
In between.
No, I think you've got very strong
man.
Carib features.
Carib people, pure Carib people, they know what they look like. They look like Spanish people. They just, yeah. They look Spanish, they're like white, yellow. Not even white, but really clear.
Yeah.
And they have this yellowish kind of color to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, white. Yeah, but
That's why I thought when coming to Dominica years ago, I thought Atkinson had all the fair skin Caribs.
I think you get this fish in Carib up in real Carib zone in the in Carib territory. The reserve, very Carib territory.
Territory, yeah.
Those ones are reserve up there.
Because
Yeah.
Teche is where the reserve
Right.
is.
You
And the
see
village is
Sally Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Siniku.
Sing. What's single? That's
Siniku.
Siniku.
That
That's the
is
area.
That's
where they all are.
That is where they are.
Oh.
Trust me, straight there you swear they white people coming from the ship. Yeah, they were.
Will you take me there one day?
Of course.
Yeah, I'd love to.
There's a lot of places that the overseas people don't see up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't see a lot of there's this sheer rock cliff. We don't in the reserve we don't have any beach fronts, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, that's another thing. They give us a place without any beach front. All our shoreline
Yeah.
is cliff.
Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it in the village
Yeah.
because you know they got you can walk around.
All we have is cliff.
Cliffs, yeah.
So to go by the bay, you have to go to cliffs. We can't go there anytime because not at any time when it's too rough because
yeah.
sea will take you.
Yeah. So if you guys want to go to the beach, you have to go to Woodford Hill.
You hardly go to you hardly find out. We will go where the cliff is. And trust me, it's not easy. You see, like, if you're doing rock climbing,
Yeah.
so these guys, they're very brave,
Yeah.
because I went there with my cousin the other day and it wasn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy he just stand up and just walk down a cliffside, like, and like, after climbing like that,
Yeah.
and he just walks down.
Because they're used to it.
And I like, you never see mountain goats? Mountain goats just walk down
Yeah.
after climbing down, like,
Yeah.
it's very nice. People should see there. And then when you climb down, there's this plateau. There's this wide plateau.
Mm-hmm.
Just flat piece of rock.
Yeah.
And we go there with fish and stuff like that. Some guys even go there and jump over and swim. Yeah.
Wow.
I was through my youth. I used to spend summers in Tisavan because I was adopted. And Tisavan, there's this bay. Yeah, there's this bay in Tisavan.
Yeah.
And used to go there. And used to have the same kind of Caribs used to be in Tisavan too.
Okay.
In Tisavan, that is up.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. The houses in Bellevue, PT7 people.
Right, Tisavan people.
So they're like actually Kalinago people as well, some of them.
Some of them.
Some, okay.
Yeah. Up there, the bay side is very nice. There's this one side has, they say that's where Moses struck the rock. When you hear about the story about Moses in the Bible where he struck the rock and the water is coming down.
Yeah.
So there's this thing just like that on one side. So it's like a cove.
Yeah.
So the mountain wraps around like that.
Okay.
And then we have the beach there, but it's Atlantic Ocean, big waves and stuff. On that side, there's this big flat stone, kind of a rock, and just split. And then there's water that's coming out from it. So it's looking like a natural bathroom.
Yeah.
There's just spouts coming out, and then there's this corner rock there, flat rock,
Yeah.
and it literally makes like bathrooms,
Okay.
different sections.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
natural.
sounds really nice. Yeah.
And then the water comes down from the rock, so the seawater tastes sweet. They call it sweet water. It's like it's not salty,
Yeah.
but it's not fresh. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a unique taste.
Yeah. Wow.
So then on this side, there's this cliff. Then you climb up the cliff, there's this track, which brings you into like a cave full
Yeah.
under the trees. The seaside trees, it makes a cave,
Yeah.
dark. You walk through it, then you reach a certain point where you have to climb down the cliff with your hands and feet.
Yeah.
And then there's this big plateau with this big circle on the stone. When you jump in it, you can swim out to sea.
Wow.
Yeah, growing up there, I used to be afraid to go on the cliff, but
Well, I've seen the cliff and it's Atlantic Ocean, isn't it? The sea.
yeah, we used to jump there. We used to stay from right on top of the mountain. Fellas they used to have a competition who can go higher, and there was like, you see Garway there. It was probably the height of Garway, where they were jumping up from the top.
Yeah.
We would jump down, boom, and they would try to see who can grab sand from the bottom.
Yeah.
And nobody could grab sand from the bottom, from down.
Yeah.
And we should jump high and land. Boom.
Wow.
And then we still have tubes, you know, those big cutter, those excavators,
Yeah.
with the big tires. We
Yeah.
take the tubes from the excavators,
Okay.
blow them up, and then swim out to sea. Or when we're coming back, hop on them and swim back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we used to get there sometimes.
Do
Or-
they fish a lot?
Yeah.
People, yeah? They do a lot of fishing?
Yeah, we do all fishing. Remember, we still hunter gatherers.
Yeah.
So basically,
But they don't use the canoe.
no.
They don't use the canoe.
Well, they still build boats the same way they used to do it way back in the years.
Okay.
They would, I tell you, Caribou, I already walk. I was looking for pistol and I was walking, and when I thought I was far in the bush, lost, I was seeing tracks. So I asked my uncle. My uncle is a Rastafarian kind of a fellow. Not Rastafarian, but he's a traditional Carib.
Yeah.
So he lives in the bush. And I was asking him, well, you know, I can go up in the bush to see, to see if I get a piece of land or whatever to plant. And he was like, I said him, like, I see some trucks. And he tell me, then he tell me, Kalinago people have trucks miles into the bush. Because they go miles into the bush look for gum.
Oh.
They cut the trees to get the gum, the sap, nice smelling sap. The gum, they get gum and wood to build houses and wood to build boats. They would cut down massive trees in the bush, because I went up there and I saw some massive trees cut down. The base of them large, and then you'd see where they take their time and they board them out and drag them down back to the village.
Wow.
Yeah, all that by hand. You can't, no machinery, no vehicles. Only thing they have probably now is chainsaw.
Yeah.
They have a chainsaws now. They board them up and they would slide them down from right where they are and bring them down. I was like, from right up there? He was like, yeah.
Hard working people, right?
Yeah. And when we were at the river, when I was staying up there, all I used to do is go in the river and fish, catch crayfish. The big crayfish I got. Yeah. Big fish, different type of fish. There's domi. Some domis are big like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you go back and live there eventually, do you think?
Yeah, but I'm there now.
Okay. I thought you was in town.
When
You're just passing through.
yeah, when I like to go back where my grandmother is, but I don't know. As I say, they have the house, whatever my aunts and them. Kind of tell. But that's the place I love the most, because we're right there next to the river.
What area is that?
Concord.
Oh, Concord.
They call it Lagli, before Concord.
Okay. Lagli.
Very nice place.
Yeah.
At the river there, we have to swab our free water, because we used to take water from the mountain,
Yeah.
run our own pipes. Drink that water for years, never got sick. Fresh
So
water.
do you think that, like the people who are not carried, their food, is it a lot different from what the carried people would cook?
I would
Like, do
say,
they make broth and things
I'd
like
say
that?
half and half.
Okay.
Everybody, I mean, it's our culture. Everybody like broth. Everybody cooks their broth at their
Except for
home.
me.
Huh?
Except for me, I don't like broth.
You like broth?
No.
Ah. Probably not giving you the right broth.
Well, I've had it, but
There's different type of broth,
well, I'll have to.
You might go to a restaurant broth and get a broth, but then if you go, remember you're going to you're not coming as a tourist, you're coming as a people.
Yeah.
Sometimes what you're getting for the tourists, what you get in restaurants is not what you might get at somebody's home,
Exactly.
and how they do it traditionally.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I'll give it another try. Once it's only fish in there. But I don't eat
Yeah, man, but that fish broth, that fish broth.
Yeah.
Bullfoot is not our thing, it's fish.
Yeah.
Fish broth.
That's right.
Remember, we
I
didn't
have
have,
people sliding meat in there.
we didn't have cows and all that.
Yeah.
And thing before, it's all fish from the sea to fish.
Yeah.
So you get a nice fish broth, man. Like, there are different ways to make the fish broth. Different people, different textures, different. Man, it makes a nice broth.
Really?
For sure. Yeah, man. Nice. With a cocoa and all that.
Okay. So yesterday there was a big event in the Carriage village.
Tewe Vava.
What's it called, sorry?
Tewe Vava.
Tewe Vava. That means tewe is to bury.
Take out. No, yeah.
Take
Take out.
away. Yeah.
Take out.
Tewe.
Take out.
So what does that include? What does that involve? Is it the closing of carnival?
Yes. This is the burial of the revelry spirit.
Revelry
Yeah,
spirit.
the spirit of revelry.
Okay.
That's what it is. The spirit of carnival. Revelry, going out and dancing and partying. Remember the Africans now, that is their thing. The Africans, that is their thing.
Yeah.
Remember, carnival is to do with the Africans. That was what their
Slavery.
the
When
day,
got,
their free
yeah,
days.
3 days.
Now
Yeah.
their culture and all their, running around and dressing up in sensei and sensei spirit. That is what
Yeah.
they're depicting. That's what it is.
Exactly. I don't like it.
So remember the Africans used to invoke things,
Yeah.
the zombie, this and that.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
they're doing. Remember the slavery, they want to call on the spirits to
Yes.
come and get them out,
Ancestors, yeah.
help them.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So after you raise up all that, the carry people checking like they have to get rid of that now.
Yeah.
They have to run that.
So the Caribs, is it only the Caribs that do that get rid of
Yeah,
that?
the Caribs are doing it. The
Wow.
Caribs are doing Tewe Vava. Take out,
And I missed
wash it
all.
clean. You have to wash it clean, and then you have church.
Oh.
But then again, church and thing is another thing. But you have to take out in everything. Spiritual,
And how do they do it?
very spiritual. Well, they have this. This say they are in a coffin.
Yeah, I've
And the
seen that
coffin.
before.
Yeah, they are in a coffin and stuff. But that is the spirit, and they bring it to a certain spot and burn it. Yeah, burn it in the middle of the road. Big bonfire.
So,
Amazingly, I was watching this other thing. I can't remember which country that does it, but I know there's this competition where they build this huge pallet. I think it's for the New Year.
okay.
They use these big pallet towers, 4 towers of pallets, and
Yeah.
they light on fire. They are competition. The original 4 stories.
Wow.
Yeah, tall. Where is that? Netherlands? Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But ours,
So
yeah.
the Carib people know that them spirits cannot be hanging around.
No.
So they take it upon themselves to bury it.
Bury it.
Ratewe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it, yes, sir.
And do you think that gets rid of it? Because it's a ceremony, right? They do.
I don't know if you get rid of it, but it's a good. I think it's a good practice
Yeah.
to be able to, to just wash away, you know, everything. The fact that you recognize that there's something that needs to be washed away.
I just don't understand why they have to do that, because when they dress up in that mass and that, some of them look scary. And I know I know they've been wearing them sort of raggy clothes, what do you call it, all the raggy clothes they've been wearing that from slavery time, because you see them in museums. So it's something that's been going on for a very long time. But I know if you're going to be calling up spirits, that means are you calling evil spirits, or are you calling...
You don't know what you're calling them.
You don't know.
No, that is another thing. If you ask people, again, if you ask people why or what is it about, they'll just say, oh, that's our culture. But you don't know why these people are doing that. What they call it? What ritual was the part of when you were doing it back then? What ritual was it about? So you're doing things, you're invoking things, you're letting things into your life on a spiritual level. You're letting things into your life in the spirit. You don't know what you're doing, but you're letting it in. You're partaking in it, and you don't know what you're harming yourself with spiritually. You understand? So that is why sometimes you take it upon yourself and you organize it to get rid of it.
Because what I realize,
they don't know.
With the one they had in October, the
Creole Festival.
Creole Festival, it's completely different. Well, I've never been to it, but from what I see, people go back to the old ways. They cook the old time food and they dress in their traditional clothing. But it's not about the same thing, is it?
Not about revelry, no.
No, because Carnival, while I was here 2 days ago, people were drunk on the street. People were just like they were lost, some of them, like no sleep. People are dressed practically hardly any clothes on them, females. I know a lot of people might come for me for that, but I don't think that's right. It's so naked, do you know what I mean? But it's something they do, and it's getting worse every year. So if they're invoking all those kind of spirits, do you think that is sort of like having a grasp on them? They're like,
of course, in country,
embracing it,
in country, because as I tell you, I'm 28 years old, 29. I haven't lived long, but within the time that I've been here, I've actually seen the extreme downfall of when it comes to church and all that. Before we were more church-like. Even if you were sending your child to carnival, you tell them not to wear that, or you cannot wear soup. Yes, you can enjoy yourself and it's in ring, but it wasn't as how it is now. Generation from generation, the discipline and all the other things instilled into us by our older elders, which we felt were, oh, you're doing too much, oh, I'm the old people, you know. So when I grew up now, I want to be more lenient to my child. I still gonna be hard on her. Then the could be of a hardness hard on her. Or he. When he or she grow up, they make a child, they're not going to have anything.
No values.
No values. So by that time, anything is anything. Then we don't know why we're doing certain things. We don't know why it have carnival, because we're not being taught that. We're not being handed down.
We know why.
And sometimes, you know why? Some people, we don't know how to teach our children certain things, because we don't even know. We don't even know why we're doing certain things. We even to be able to tell them.
Well, when we look at the masquerade clothes, like Sensei, we see it in Africa. They've got like museums, and you can see the clothing. So we know that it comes from that, and we know that they were calling upon their ancestors. That's what they used to say. They were calling upon their ancestors, but then a lot of the time they were calling upon spirits.
You can't be. They're trying to beat around it. Is that it was wrong?
But then. And then they do, I don't know if they do that here, but in Africa they drink and they spit the drink out. But,
no, we don't do all
right,
that.
But then there's some people in certain islands, Guyana, and I think Trinidad. And I've seen people do it in England. They open a bottle of rum and then they drop some on the floor. The first drop.
Everybody does that.
Right, but that's the same sort of thing. It's the same practice. They're pouring it for the spirits.
They say that's my fallen ones.
Yeah.
Fallen soldier.
But then that's an energy that you're bringing
of
out.
Course, of course.
So I mean, carnival. I'm not. I don't really. I'm not a carnival person. I came here this year and I wanted to do videos and stuff, so I did that. I did quite a few videos, but some of them I won't show because it's too explicit. You know, the way the women are dressed. I think it's too much.
If you I don't know if you don't do it, there are videos out there that are going to do it.
Oh yeah, they are. But then my conscience is clear, so I'll just put up. I cut.
I mean,
You know.
if you come out, I don't want to go on that topic because sometimes these women dress up like that and then they don't want you to watch them. Or you don't want them they don't want you to feel no way. So you dress in a certain way and you don't want to, like a male or somebody to feel attracted. So why you dress like that?
Yeah. The thing is, right, the costumes are very beautiful, some of them. But it's just the exposing of certain parts of the body that's too much. But some of the costumes are beautiful to look
Yeah,
at.
of course.
I'm not gonna, wrong them for and making it as well. It takes a lot of hard work and time, But it carnival, and Trinidad has their carnival the same day as Dominica.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, carnival is way more worse when it comes to exposure.
Yeah, there's the same. And England's like that now.
I would say it's the same, man. Trinidad is
Worse?
way worse than Dominica. Because there's girls coming on the road with painted alone.
Really?
You never seen it?
No.
Just go on YouTube.
They don't do that in Dominica yet?
Yes. And they might have it just now because the church is not saying nothing about anything.
Well, there's a bishop, or I don't know who he was on YouTube, on Facebook, talking about it, condemning it, saying it's disgusting. And I heard a lot of people on the street saying it was disgusting. I mean,
sometimes the same diaspora that do coming on and do the same thing. Again, it's what we absorb from the internet, and what we accept, and then our kids accept. Because if you're growing up in something, okay, so let's say if you grew up in Iraq, every day you're getting bombs falling in, to you that's normal. If I go over there, it wouldn't feel normal to me. But if I grew up in it, it'd be normal. So when kids growing up in certain things and you tell them, oh, you shouldn't dress, and around them, all they see is the same
but that's
thing.
what they're saying. Look at mummy. I saw children with their mums, and their mums are like.
And they want to dress their children like young grown-up people.
Yeah.
So they want to dress them.
And they don't know why. Like you said, they don't know the history. So it's just going to continue and continue. And maybe they should have something where they show people.
If you're being raised up, wearing skimpy clothes, so you don't feel natural, right? Same thing, man.
They need to, you know what? They need awareness. They need to know what it is and what it's all about. And to be honest, I think some of them know and they just don't care. But as soon as carnival is over, they're in church. For what? What reason? Is it Ash Wednesday they call it?
They're there because that's what everyone does.
Right.
They follow.
It's a Catholic thing, right? Ash Wednesday. Because I'm not a religious
Used to be.
so.
I know, sure. But it used to be a countrywide thing. You see how carnival is a countrywide thing?
Yeah.
Everybody in the streets. After carnival, everybody used to be in church.
Yeah.
It used to be almost as big as carnival. Not as big, but as big as carnival.
So they're going to confess their sins.
But no, yeah, remember you tell the Vaval now. So now you have to go and pray for your sins now. So do all your revelry and then come and get your sins forgiven.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
But the Calypso shows I think are good.
Yeah.
Like Calypso Monarch. I think that's good because they're speaking awareness and they're speaking truth. And they're educating people's minds of what's going on within the country. And they're calling it out. It's a shame that nobody really acts on it, or maybe people are trying, but there's not enough people collectively to sort of stand and say,
You can't act on it.
But that part of it I like. I didn't go to the Queen show, but if Carnival coming again, I don't think I'd really go. Well, do you know what, right? I sat in high rise most of the time, videoing. That's what I did. Yeah, I was in high rise doing the videos. I danced a little bit outside high rise and stuff, but I'm not a carnival person. I don't even go to the one in England. Now the carnival in England was set up by a woman. I can't remember her name, but she was from Trinidad. I think she was from Trinidad Trinidad. and she started this thing where everybody come together who's come over from the Caribbean, because we was going through a lot of racism. Yeah, and it started off like that, and then they brought it onto the streets. And my mum and dad used to take me when I was young, because it was a time for all of us to get together. There wasn't no I don't remember there being any censored stuff in that. So in England, it's, I don't know, do they have that? Because I haven't been for years. But it was always different. It was just music and, you know. But the one here is completely different. It's completely different. They all still drink a lot and they don't get no sleep. And
they say Dominica Carnival is the most unique.
Most unique? What did you say to
That's
me?
why people,
is?
that's why they say people, all Carnival more, there's something about it.
Oh,
that different,
cultural.
the different about all the others.
Because Trinidad, they play pan. Now, didn't Dominica used to play? I know pan is a Trinidadian thing.
Pan was never really our thing.
But, it's never, but
yes,
they used to play
pan.
it.
Yeah.
But they don't play it anymore.
No, not really, not as much.
And that's sad. Because I think that makes Carnival unique in itself. That's really sad. But
Pan not our thing. Pan not our thing.
it's not, but they play it, and in England you got all the Caribbean islands that come together and play it. But yeah, it is a Trinidadian thing.
That's all the Trinidadian thing.
Yeah, always.
The pan that we talk about here because our bouillon artists and them went to Trinidad and performed, and they got that pan with it.
Now I don't like bouillon.
Hmm?
I don't like, but there's some music I hear and I like it, and somebody will say to me, that's bouillon. But what it is, I don't like the slack lyrics that comes out of bouillon, because it's like everybody's in a trance.
Nasty business.
Yeah.
They have nasty business, and then there's other type of bouillon.
Okay.
Super serenade.
Oh, okay.
There's this new band, Signal Band, which was actually CK before.
There was WCK before? I didn't know that. And okay. So, first Serenade, I've heard that they started off bouillon, but I thought Asher Banton was the one that...
CK.
WCK. I thought Asher Banton was the one that... Or did he bring out the nasty business?
Benji. Triple K. That's not that nasty business.
Okay. Yeah, that's another thing.
It's like coming up with a nasty business, nasty slang,
Yeah.
technical kind of, you know? And then they just get bold with it.
It's
And
not
other people
good.
come out with it and go bold.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But yeah, but anyway, I'm going to let you carry on eating your food. Is there anything else you want to say? Nothing at all, but we're going to take a visit to the Carib village soon, yeah?
Once you get the video.
Yeah, all right then. Well, William, thank you for giving me your time. And until we meet again, yeah? You take care.
Alright, thank you.
All right, nice.